Greetings and salutations. This is Jason Silverrain, and this is a video I didn't want to have to do. Yep, it's eaten alive. I could not get the refund. So, as I fulfill my promises where I can, and Hax Monster likes seeing me in pain, you sadistic git, I am going to fulfill my promise of essentially playing through this all the way through. Now, I've kind of discovered while looking up this game may not actually have an ending. Which, if that's true, even though my comment on the Steam forums to the developer, I will be going back and going, WTF, mate? You released a game with no ending. Do you know what happened to the last chap who did that? Everyone got refunds and he was accused of being a scammer. So, before we start getting the pitchforks and the hot burning torches, we'll actually see if this thing actually does have an ending, which is not me being eaten alive. So, if you're unfamiliar with this game, here's the terrible menu settings. Now, I'll click the mouse to select menus, which then brings up the one if I just press escape. Now, I can't actually do anything with the mouse on this bit. I've got to use the sodding keyboard. So, yeah, that just shows you how inconsistent this game is in bits. We have credits. What the hell? These are the people you should blame for this horrendous thing. I'll say this, the sprite work is nice. I like that background. That's one of the few positives you'll hear me say about this. The music's good as well, so a decent bit tunes. You should see their Steam, sorry, not Steam page. Well, the Steam page is pretty damn awful, I mean, in terms of the reviews. But no, their Facebook page are like, oh, I didn't really get great reviews on Steam anyway. Oh well, that's alright. We released the game we wanted to. It's like, I've just been sort of talking to the developer, well, the publisher technically. The Space Cat Studios don't want to talk to the public. Apparently that's not their thing. Fair enough, it's not for everyone, but the fact they're having the publisher do it for them, and, well, they are kind of listening to some feedback, but there's quite a lot of people calling them out on this game having quite bad writing, and it's kind of a case of, oh, we think it's fine and you just don't get it, you know, we're not going to hand you the answers on a silver platter, and it's like, really? No, we're actually saying it's the character seems to be a complete sociopath. We can't emphasise with them, and the story is just very loose and weak and has loads of mood whiplash from serious and dramatic to, oh, well, you'll see. You'll just see. I don't want to use up all my material. Fair enough. We'll start with the obligatory cursing. No one talks like that. Oh, and by the way, I'm having to just hit spacebar to get stuff. But no, yeah, it's pretty much a case of it's like, okay, you want me to use the keyboard and the mouse, or I could just use the arrow keys, which is far easier. Where if you use the mouse, the pathfinding just is awful. Apparently 9 times out of 10 if you click your mouse somewhere, you will run into the zombie. See, I was clicking over here and it took me like almost the closest path to the zombie. Now if I'm trying to remember, what's the use button again? Oh yes, that's right. I think I've actually got to use the mouse to inspect anything. So yes, I can't proceed until I walk into the zombie, which would be the one thing you won't do. Wouldn't you do that anyway? Yep, you get one shot. If you miss the 3 top sections of the dodgeball, you're dead meat. Fair enough. Oh yes, the zombies continue to move while dialogue boxes are up, so that's great fun. Yep, because now you have to pixel hunt with the mouse. And the insults already start. So let's see if we can go in here. The zombie seems to have dirt. So to recap, yep. Nope, yep, that's a very key point. They've got what's supposed to be a point-and-click adventure. Believe me, it's more like a hidden object game with walking, because there's no inventory system, like Monkey Island or something. And to be fair, this is done in Game Maker, and I'll say this: they've screwed around with the main system of Game Maker because they've completely taken out the combat system and changed things around and making it into it's not that bad, but yeah, I can see what they were trying to go for, but probably Game Maker wasn't your best bet. Not Game Maker, sorry, RPG Maker. I'm saying the wrong thing. Dude, my apologies. RPG Maker. I used to play around RPG Maker about 10 years ago. Really enjoyed the year 2000 edition. Okay, I'm not going to talk to you. Come on. There we go. It took like half a dozen clicks for me to actually pick that up. And we have Jim Sterling. I don't believe they got him to agree to be in this game. Oh, I think he just gave them permission to use his likeness. I don't think he actually played the game. The only story campaign. Enough, let's have a look. Nothing to use in here. Jobs are good one. We're out of here. That's the end of the tutorial. Well, I would if it wasn't for the fact that you're the playable character. Oh! It's just gone full screen. I want you windowed, damn it. I've already selected windowed. Why would I want it to change to full screen? But yes. Go, sorry. You get brought into the game mid-conversation. And all these everyone else, you won't find out how they died, what happened, or anything like that, because apparently that's not important. And what a warehouse it is. A warehouse that's modelled like no warehouse in the world. Fair enough, we have all the things that we need in a zombie apocalypse scenario. Also, no one talks like that. Now, apart from this guy being a bit overprotective, there's like... yeah, apart from being overprotective, there's absolutely no negatives you sort of get off this guy at all, other than... I mean, again! This is like his foster father. The last, what, 6 years? Who speaks like that? So yes, we now have a look round. I wish there was... I mean, why is there blood there? Broke down the weapons. Why? I mean, have they only just escaped from a bunch of zombies and just lost like the second to last person or something? But yes, this is apparently the warehouse. Now, as warehouses go, this pretty much doesn't look like a warehouse. And I don't know if they did the sprite work themselves, but a lot of this feels like positioning out of a generic sprite pack. But if they did make them themselves, that's fair enough. They actually look half decent. If things are scattered a bit haphazardly all over the place. Again, yeah, so we broke down the weapons. Why not? And at this point, she's trying to break out. Mai's trying to break out of this warehouse. So why not do some sensible things like get a backpack, stash some food, water. Hell, if the guns aren't working, you can always nab some ammunition. People want to trade that crap. She's got no motivation other than the fact she wants to leave because everyone else is dead and she's not staying in it her whole life. Well, what's your plan? Are you just going to try and travel the world? She's got absolutely no goal at this point other than I want to leave. And in a zombie apocalypse scenario, why would I want to leave? Also, this annoying... If you notice that the edges of the screen are black, that's apparently there's clouds and the sun has just gone dark, so it's almost perpetual nighttime. But for some reason, it still comes into effect in buildings. Okay, that's like one of the few good bits of like hinting writing. It sort of hinted why or what happened to the rest of the people, or yeah, I kind of like that. Flammable torches. Woo. And then you've got this like fuse box over here. So this is the extent of the warehouse, which, you know, have they been in here for 6 years? Is it like just a shut the power down and leave? Well, why do you need to shut the power down to leave if the door's locked? Again, what would have made more sense if they were hiding out in like a shop, you know, design it looking like a shop, and they were using the offices as bedrooms, and they'd use most of the stuff in the shop as barricades and such. But because they'd smashed the door in to get in, what happened? They had electric shutters that were down, and that you needed to turn the power off to open the shutters. That would make more sense. Why I need to turn the power off to open that door makes no sense. Also, this layout makes no sense. Why? What? It's just, again, poor area design. That guy's just watching me walk back and forth. It's like, why is she so antagonistic? To be fair, when I first played this, I half expected her to, you know, later on say, oh, this guy was like looking at me in a funny way, and you know, they were going to basically suggest that this guy was trying to groom her or something, or you know, basically extorting sexual favors or something while she was growing up. Yeah, that pistol. I'm presuming he's got it because you're not really stable. Now, if you've noticed, I've essentially got to go back and forth through the areas once I found something. So, there we go. So, you know, another thing that was previously not there will appear. You can't do your typical, like, Monkey Island point and click where you go between all the other areas and, you know, find all the stuff and then figure out what this works to this. So, I'll do that. Oh, yay, electronic locks. My experience with most electronic locks is they're like card readers. If you turn off the power, it just means the door can't be opened. They also have like emergency opening features, so we go click. Ah, not again. There we go. I For some reason, I had to click it half a dozen times before it decided to work. You shut down the power with no preparation. And she's just murderous. And for some reason, the second the power goes off and the door is unlocked, zombies come in. Now, they weren't battering at the doors or anything. They just... I mean, why would they be attracted to this? Oh, and look, he's now a zombie instantaneously. There's 2 dead bodies in the other room. The pistol, which he seems to have had, is vanished. And now I leave with absolutely no preparation. And yes, they've put, while there's no loading or saving this game, they've put checkpoints in, and that's simply for crashing and people who quit the game now. Oh, there's a look for your zombie. So now we're out in the open. Ooh, a few more zombies than usual. Now you start getting weird stuff like this. Come on. Squeezing them in the minute. Who knows? Go away. Well, thanks for that. Yep, I actually played this before, and that had a bug where if you found the crowbar first, you couldn't actually do anything. Also, I couldn't walk up here last time. So we've got a back alley. Oh yeah, the zombies can climb up ladders really just as easily as you can. Now, I'm taking a bit of a wander because somewhere around here is Jim's... Yeah, there we go. There's old Sterling over there. Locked. Locked. And this is the theme throughout the whole game. There's practically no exploration in buildings and such because everywhere is locked. Ooh. This is different. So the damaged gun. Doesn't stop me. You know, you could always take it and see if someone can repair it. Oh, man, that's pixel perfect there. Okay, we'll go to just do a bit of pixel hunting because I've kind of gone off the beaten track. I kind of like decided to go exploring up here because I heard you go to gyms and Oh. Yeah, have I taken the spare key? I don't know. I would have to assume I have. So you can see the light doesn't even extend to the... Ooh, is it... Which house was it again? No, wrong one. I think it was this one. And... Oh look, here's the mini games. And that's... I know he's like a bonus character, but... No interaction. And this is the first of 3 mini games that are in the game. And I've got to go as far as I can. For some reason the car can go up and down. Squash as many zombies as I can. Oh my god, the hit detection is awful. And there's absolutely no point to these mini games other than the fact they're mini games. Also, I couldn't really... Whoops. Is there a reset button? Or do I have to... Yeah, I just have to click that again. Let's try that again. Oh my god, this looked like the best of the mini games, but in the video... Oh wow, I just caught that, never mind. I'm not going to bother with that then, because there's no point to it. That I've got... See, I've not even been informed what I need to do. I'm not going to get killed by mice. Oh, Space Cat Studios. Why? Why did you think this was a good idea? Huh. See, I'm all for supporting the small developers and indie games and stuff like that, but you will not get a free pass with me. You know, I have been burned too many times by trying to support the little guy, and I think I'm going to add this to that level thing. I mean, I've played some amazingly good RPG Maker games. I mean, there was a very Dragon Ball Z-esque like clone, but was done amazingly well a few years, actually quite a lot of years ago now. It was one of the better ones I'd played, and there was quite a lot of options, and it was actually fun and enjoyable and really cool. And you know, that was utterly for free. There's plenty of free RPG Maker games out of there on the correct. If you look at the right forums, yeah, I'm getting bored. I just run into a mouse. Alright, that's nice sprite work. But yeah, there's plenty of. Oh wow, the sprites are so different for this game that it's almost like it's a completely different game entirely. But yeah, what was I saying? Yes, there's so many games available for free out there that this should have been. This isn't worth the 79p I paid for it. Hell, I paid 49p for it originally. Unfortunately, because I spent, as I think I mentioned before, I spent a month not being able to play this game because I was too busy doing other stuff and actually playing other games. So I installed it. Oops, clicked on the screen there. I installed it and then found out it was terrible, and unfortunately the 2 weeks had passed where my Steam refund was eligible. Now, my personal thing with Steam is it should be that timer where you can actually hand it back. That should be from the date you install it, not the date you buy it. And they can tell when you've installed it, and how long you've played it for. I say date when you first install it, you know. Granted, that's probably awkward to tell, so. Oh wow, this is so slow! What's the difference between these? It's like, this is... What did that do? I know nothing! I'm guessing it's like hit points or something. Screw it, I'm gonna try the... How do I use the nuke? The nuke button does nothing! No, there we go, we get out, we're pressing escape. The only game that resets. I think that was probably done by someone, you know, I don't know. It doesn't feel like it's actually done by anyone who was involved in this game. So, we've seen the mini-games. One of the big things they sort of mention in the promo video, and that they were just disappointing. Really? I mean, I'd already been disappointed by this game once, but... Ugh. Now... I know they've got 6 years of post-apocalyptic, but what's with all these friggin' holes in the floor? I'm guessing they just broke down into the, in the sewers underneath and stuff. But then you have this, and that stops him from walking, and so does that little rock. There we go. Great. There's like... Oh, man. That just feels like artificial difficulty. And blood everywhere. Why is there all this blood? Right. I mean, how long ago would... I mean... There's the crowbar. Oh, I found out something about this game as well. You have to do the side quests. You know, you can't just ignore them. You've got to do the side quests. You've got to do them correctly. Because certain side quests, if you don't do them right, you'll just die. You'll just be killed by the NPCs. So, yeah, enjoy your permadeath. Oh, the fact there's no saves. Oh, look, you've got to go all the way back to the beginning. So enjoy that. And go. And now down. So, I've now got all of the, like, a hell of a lot more progress than I did in the past. because that didn't work. So we'll see where we go. But if you've noticed, I've not really been given any objectives. It's supposed to be like free roaming or something, but there's no mini-map. There's just nothing. So this is now going to be a labyrinth. Now, I could have skipped this, but I do actually have a what they call a little guide for the map through the sewers, but I thought I'd try and do this legitly. Oh! Well, I don't know, boss. That's exactly where I wanted to be, and I didn't even use the guide. But no. Anyone from Boston? Because it's not really mentioned. It's supposed to be set in downtown Boston, but you know, God, if they ever mention it in the game. But no. Anyone know a Cherry Lane? Because you just had your place insulted. And also, why is that the only ladder leading out of the sewers? Oh, I'm guessing you don't want a really easy time of going back and forth and stuff, and your players being able to just skip all the zombies, because there's no zombies in the sewers apparently, unless they've changed that in the patch. Oh, so do I have to go back through and find the way out again? Jesus. This game is an objective lesson in how not to make a computer game. It really is. It's just... I made better stuff than this in terms of design back in 2003. God, I wish my computer had not just died on me that day. I would have probably had a little free RPG Maker game out by now. Unfortunately, I lost all the files, all the thing. But the thing I was making, like, it was like based on old Hong Kong movie flicks, so it was very stereotyped but quite amusing. And the whole zombie chasing you thing is not that hard. I mean, the battle, the dodge system's probably awkward to program. I'm not gonna, crap all over that. But them actually following you, I did that with a horde of spiders after you killed a giant spider boss. Like a mother spider, the eggs would hatch, and then next thing you know, there's this massive horde of spiders, giant spiders, chasing you through a forest, and they'd catch up with you. That was something I did, over 10 years ago. I'm not going to bobble there. Now, on the other side of Cherry Lane, which, oh look, everything's locked. And again, no explanation for the big giant holes. Nope, I'm going the wrong way. Oh, did I just get an explanation? Ah! Yeah, I know it's locked, but couldn't you smash it or something? Really? Where's the evidence someone's been clearing up the blood? It just looks like smeared because you use the same patterns for everything and reuse the sprites repeatedly. It's like this. Why can't I move these out of the way? It's like, why is this up here a dead end? There's so many dead ends in this game, and oh, how's the analogy for my relationship with this game? It's like going and finding a really, seeing like a little cheap independent landlord is offering a place to rent. Can't do anything with that. Going, oh, that might be worth going to, and then you're getting the rent, moving, and from the outside it looks like a nice little house with, well, a relatively alright place. But when you move in, you find you've got a asshole for a housemate. The house is full of like twists and dead ends and doesn't really make sense. The living room seems to be in sort of gothic old style furnishings, but when you get to your bedroom and the ensuite, for some reason the landlord's giving you a heart-shaped bed with a stripper ball in the corner and a dick-shaped bath in the ensuite and thinks it's the height of sexy. and no matter of no matter of convincing, telling him that's so out of date will seem to can seem to convince him that it needs to be remodeled. Not that he could anyway, because he's built half of it in, and it would cost him a fortune, and too much time. That's sort of what I feel like. It's like when people have been giving. Yeah, see, I've almost skipped the whole initial conversation. Because normally she's like, who the hell are you? What are you doing? My boy's been bitten. He's injured. And you're like, he's bitten. He's gonna die. There's nothing you can do about it. And then she's like either help us or get the fuck out of my house. And then you have the choice to mercy kill the boy or not. Then I've just skipped that entire scene. So this basically runs on an if you have medical kit, then this runs. It's an if statement. Very, very basic programming. I'm not sure if RPG Maker is capable of more, but I don't know. No, I'm not. She's gonna. I wonder if the boy's gonna kill her. Turn and kill her right there. Oh, that was it. But the thing is, that was absolutely pointless. It's done nothing other than unlock another NPC to appear there. But in terms of game mechanics, why would I even do this quest? I think I've already mentioned this already, but hey, my character knows that the boy's basically dead. You can't do anything for him. So this medkit could save some lives. And so what's the point in doing it? And there's no point in mercy killing the kid because this place is not important to me. It's not a safe house. There's no. Yeah, shouldn't you get rid of him now because he's going to turn? Can I have the rest of the med kit? Why is there blood on the table? Why is there blood in the fridge? Oh yeah, you haven't fixed the bugs of the wall walking. So yeah, apparently that was a patch fix. That was the first patch. That was the main thing they were supposed to have fixed out. Oh look, military. And nothing here. But yeah, the military have a presence. If they've got working bloody tanks, why is there still even zombies here? Oh yeah, I can't talk to that guy because he'll push me into the barricade if I'm not careful. Yeah, you think the military would be interested in rounding up everyone they could, if just for A, sustaining the population, warm bodies for the military, possible trading, possibly getting them to do jobs they don't want to do. Also, that's the wrong version of there. That's in there as in terms as in it, belonging to someone. What that should be is E-R-E at the end. Okay, that's been a bit bitchy, but he's in jail, No, I didn't ask. Why would you tell me this? Yeah. Oh god. Oh god. Sorry, that was the mission in this that made me just go, hell with it, this is bull crap. So it's such a mood whiplash from oh god, my son is dying to go find me a horse so I can just bugger it. Yes, and yet you won't actually see if I want to join? Okay, he's not. Can't talk to him. That's locked. Can't interact with them. Can't interact with you. Can't interact with you. Can't interact with you. Can't interact with you. This is a big, long, spirally dead end, which I can't try and look into. Oh. Can't walk through that pole. So yeah, that's an issue of RPG Maker though, sometimes you'll try and make like something in the foreground and it'll block the background layer. It's a bit of a bugger to deal with, and since there's nothing over here, they couldn't be arsed. So, well, that was completely unproductive because I got stuck last time I did this video for 40 minutes trying to find somewhere I could prise into with a crowbar and get to that medical kit, but it was broken, so nothing doing. Oh, and look, suddenly this person, now I've done a side quest. Wait, what? Why did she get aggressive? There was absolutely no reason, and that's Mac with a hat. You reuse the same bloody sprite, so that's going to make it confusing who we're talking to. Okay. Okay. That made all of no sense. This is the first time I'm seeing this bit of the plot now. Also, why are we missing half the bloody street? So now we go back to the library. And that kind of cool music at the start. Well, ain't here now. I got the same slow, sad music as you search everywhere. Oh. What? No. Yes. I just got a key to go to the library, didn't I? Is it a building by the old library? Okay, I'm gonna go find somewhere safe, and I'm actually I'll have a quick look around first and see if I can. Does the key work in that? Come on, shut up! Shut up, so I can move. Now, last time I came across one of these large areas, it was like apparently a gas station exploded. That's the reason for these huge holes. But I can't seem to find that. Again. I'm not going mad. He did say a library, didn't he? And I think 44th Street's pretty safe. Can't remember being any. Oh! Apparently this is the library, not the other library. Just barricade from the inside. Where she... That's... Because there was no way of knowing this was a feckin' library. People burning it, obviously. No, she's a if she was a... How is she a true survivor? She's running around on her own with no supplies. No one talks like that. So apparently Boston's been quarantined. Surely you'd want to check who's... Oh, God, so stupid. If zombie scratches and bites instantly kill the... well, basically kill the person in very quick order and then they rise, surely that would make you presume that you wouldn't have to quarantine so much. You just have to make... Well, you'd have a quarantine, but you'd get people to go to the borders of the quarantine. You'd inspect them for bites and injuries and scratches and illness. And if they are perfectly healthy, you get them the feck out. Your own zombie apocalypse is just not consistent. Let me guess he's raping little children, because that joke's not been or even claim has not been made. To be fair, it's legitimate with some priests, but you know, for the most part, it's just. Now, apparently, this game's broken up to this point. You can do this, but there is nothing else to the game. That's the entire game, according to the FAQs. Whoop. Because unless patch 2 comes out, there's just no way to get into the church. Okay. Let's try this. I still don't have a weapon. That looks like something interactable, but it isn't, or it wasn't in the past. Okay, I can't run anymore. Yeah, but I want to look into inside the building. Oh yeah, zombies can get you while you're on the roof. That way. It's locked. Yep, and there we go. We're going to do a little bit of exploration and see if there's anywhere we can go. If there's any... Wow. Anywhere at all. But right now, I've just actually been to all the areas, so unless a tiny horse appears somewhere... Let's have a look. Let's see if we can find a tiny horse. Oh man, that is so not funny. There's so many ways they could have made a better joke about. Oh look, dead end! And if there was a zombie following me, I would have been trapped and unable to do anything. Park Shack is over here, but then again, this place, this whole game, stuff appears where it previously wasn't, so... Also, this park is a load of crap. Is this models on a real Boston Park, or is it just completely bullcrap? Because, again, arbitrary stuff blocking my path, which I can't do anything about. This is the warehouse. There's Zombie Mac. There's nothing in the warehouse. I know I've not run around it properly, but I've been through it before. There's just nothing in there. See? Street down there, can't go down it. Why? Because game says no. Street that way. Can't go down it. Why? No reason. Game says no. So let's have a look up here. Oh, pardon me. Oh. Oh. Okay, that does nothing! It's a trap! I'm just going to double check something. I don't like the fact I'm having to actually play this... Well, I've not used the guide so far. I've just used 40 minutes of tedium from previous experience. Oh yes, the arrow, apparently in this little guide I'm looking at, says that you can't go down that roof. And, there's apparently bugs all over the place, like you can go through places, but... Oh wow. Apparently, yeah. Okay. Let's have a look. I am literally googling walkthrough and church right now, but eaten alive. Oh, it doesn't help. There's another RPG Maker game called Eaten Alive. So, yeah, you can now sort of see my disdain with this game. Why it's been winding me up. Just the fact that there's so many. It's just not a good game. Well, it just seems like a lot of these are copy paste of the same guide. No one seems to know how to get into the church from a. Nope. So that's it. That's the whole bloody thing. This has been sold as a complete game, by the way. I'm going to point out, and apparently they're going to be putting new free content into the game. Woo! Maybe you should have like made it. I mean, hell, there's stuff in the. Oh god, I just realised there's stuff in the video that is not actually in the game. And particularly where that's she's like, I think she's robbing someone's house and she's asking for where someone's ammo is, and he goes, basically tells us this black guy basically tells us to suck his cock, and she blows his head off. That was apparently supposed to be in this game somewhere. So I think I'm going to get back to the other chap, and I am going to call the developer out on this. Because this is crap. This is a load of crap. I'm going to double check what they're planning on putting in the second patch, because if this is not just a bug, and I should point out this second patch has been over a month due now, and they've made a game in the they basically released another game and working on another game in the process. So yeah, if I can't get an answer out of the publisher, I think it's pitchforks and torches time, people. And I'm usually the voice of reason, because this. No wonder that. Anyway, I'm going to leave this here because this is giving me a headache. I will come back to this. Either a video saying, wait, actually, no, this whole game's a scam, or continuing the game. But right now, this is just. This is just unbloody believable. This is so bad. I mean, I've played worse games, don't get me wrong, but. Okay, this is the 30th of September. Here we go. More content for free. New areas, new stories, quest content. Patch 1 apparently was the more content free at new areas and stuff. Wow. Anyway, yeah, I'm sidetracking. We're going to end this video here and we'll see what's up. Thanks for watching, and God, it probably doesn't feel painful for you, but if I didn't do that very short sequence of events, you just imagine just walking around with no clue what you're doing at all and no hints. Just looking for that one thing to click on. This ain't a point and click. This is a hidden object puzzle. Yeah, just with obnoxious permadeath.